Hello, my Libra loves, and welcome to your Capricorn season reading. We are going to look at the energies that are going to be affecting and influencing Libras who have a Libra sun, moon, rising, or lots of other significant placements. And by significant, I just mean like a lot of Libra in your chart. We're going to be looking at your reading for the energies that are going to be affecting you from between December 21st to January 20th, 21st. So let's get into it. This is going to be a different reading than the last one was. I'm not going to do a start, stop, continue this time. I wanted to make sure that I bring in some other elements. So we've got some somatic components. We have like journaling and affirmations. So I'm very excited to bring those in, and I'll show you the decks that we are working with. So we've got the Hack Your Nervous System deck, which is where we're getting our somatic practices from. We have the Super Attractor deck, where we're getting our affirmations from. And we have the Soul Work Self-Awareness card deck. Is it Soul Work? Soul Truth. JK. Soul Truth deck that we are getting what I call journaling prompts from. You can use them as meditation prompts. You can use them as just greater self-awareness prompts. But I wanted to bring those in so that you can get like a very quick debrief on where we're at and where we're going. Excuse me, but then also take some time on your own time to just do a little bit more reflection, or take away these affirmations and just reignite the feelings that you get from this reading throughout the rest of the month, right? So first up, let's see. We've got the Seeker card from, oh, and I haven't even told you, we're working with Threads of Fate, the Threads of Fate Oracle deck, which I love. And that's the only one that wanted to come and play with y'all, Libra. So I'm very excited that y'all are getting this beauty over here. All right, so first one up is the Seeker. The Seeker card sometimes can come like this or like this. And either way, you can see those teeth either falling into or falling out of the hands. And I'm getting the teeth falling into, which is just a representation of like money, wealth, financial and material wellness coming your way. And it may not even take place in the form of the kinds of, I don't know, typical or, assumed to be easiest ways of having money come to you. I think it's going to come in very atypical ways. But I also think because the Seeker is someone who is willing to branch out and do some different things to figure out where they belong and what is actually right for them, there is this energy here of like, if you just look under a rock that you've been thinking about, like, let me turn this over, like, let me go and seek in this place and see if I find something there, if I find community there, if I find a new side hustle there, which I hate side hustles, but hey, capitalism. You might find something there that you weren't sure you were going to find, but that you had an inkling, like, if I ever get around to it. So if there's something that you've been waiting to get around to, let the Seeker in you go and turn over that stone, because leaving that stone unturned is going to mean that you are missing out on something that wants to come to you. Like, I can sense that there's something that wants to come to you, but like the Seeker is doing, you just have to hold out your hands, and you have to be the one to, like I said, turn that stone over. It also came next to the Observer, and notice how these two cards that came together, that wanted to hang out next to each other, both have the symbolism of these open hands. Now, the observer is much less active and a little bit more distanced. And I get from y'all Libras that this is some of where your air energy comes from. If you have ever heard about feedback animals, and you might have only heard about it in a corporate environment, so if you haven't heard about feedback animals, you don't find like a whole lot from a Google search, that makes total sense because it's just like a very corporatized thing. But if you learn about feedback animals, you'll know that there is a certain animal on there that sort of circles around and takes a long time to engage in conflict, and that's the eagle. And because Libra is an air sign, I'm getting this sense that y'all really activate that observational part of you. And in the month ahead, during Capricorn season, you're going to be really seeing how that affects your life and affects the circumstances in your life. Because what I'm getting here is it's not necessary for you to take action toward everything that you observe and that you think you might need to step in and like problem solve. In fact, Libra, y'all often from a very loving place try to problem solve for other people or on their behalf without their asking. And that takes away some of their air medicine from them. Other people need to be able to cultivate the strength and the power and the confidence to ask for help or be able to communicate effectively what it is that they need or that they want from other people. And if you step in before somebody else has given you that opportunity, then you're taking it away from them sometimes. Other times, you're seeing something that's happening and it's something that you're meant to just step in. And like if you see it's hard to know instinctively, intuitively, when it's the right time to step in and when it's not. There is like a long term and a short term sort of stepping in where, if you see a dog about to get hit in the road, that's not like a lesson that they need to learn. That's just you jump in and your instincts kick in and they snap on. But if you are witnessing people about to make a mistake that they make all the time and you usually help them with, that's probably a time to like let them make that mistake enough times that they actually learn their lesson. So you're going to have to continue to be the observer and get to pay attention to how that plays out. Pay attention to the observer qualities that affect other people throughout the month ahead. Now, lastly but not leastly, we have a message that combines to really connect with the soul truth card here. And I will show you this soul truth card first. It's like I said, it's essentially a meditation or a journaling prompt. It's just something to give you a little extra dose of self-awareness. So your card, Libras, says, who can I serve today? And the back says, who needs you today? In a world lacking soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting effect. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. So there's this observer message of like, don't get involved, or maybe do, just use your intuition, use your instincts. But also, I'm getting this sort of compassion and get creative story. So I'm getting a combination of messages that I believe are crafted to help you. And look, there are wings again. There are wings again, kind of reinforcing that eagle message. I'm getting the sense that if you do decide to act, and when you do feel like my intuition is telling me that there's something for me here and there's something that I need to take part in here, because being in service to this, that's what somebody else really needs. Whether you know it or not, that's an opportunity for you to do things differently than you've done them before. You get to embody compassion, you get to witness people suffering, feel that desire to do something good in service to alleviating that suffering. But you also get to embody the sort of problem solving that you might skip over sometimes. Because I think Libras get real stuck in their heads when it comes to helping other people. And maybe that's why others lose out on the opportunity to learn when you step in for them, because you bypass the part, you just go from like head to hands. You just go straight from head to let me fix it, let me fix it, let me do the thing. And you bypass the heart. You bypass letting the heart be a part of your decision making and a part of your connecting with other people. You're not just jumping into other people's lives for the shits and gigs. Like, you're jumping into other people's lives to help them, because not only is that something that feels good for you, because that's how love is for you. That's how you embody love and how you embody care. But also uh it's like very fulfilling for you. You feel like you enjoy being needed. Libra is guided by Venus, and Venus, as you may or may not know, is all about that love energy, and it's very relational. So, like, for you, being in relationship with other people where you get to connect and know that you are of service to them is really powerful. But you can sometimes lose yourself in your own like know-it-all-itude. You can lose part of that connection by staying stuck in what you think you know. So, who can I serve today? And how can I get more creative by dropping into my heart first and connecting with the relationship that I have with this person before I connect with them as a problem or their burdens as problems? You might approach it in a totally different way. And that's the point. That's the whole point. So, as a somatic practice, we have, oh, and this is funny. I almost picked another card and I was like, no, we're only doing one somatic practice, so let's not. But I think I need to pick another one because, great. Or maybe two more, because I feel like there was another one that wanted to come out earlier, and it was, I was going to say either a yellow or an orange card, and here's another one. Okay, so we've got a couple of cards for y'all. So Libra, the very first card that we've got here for your somatic practices to hack your nervous system, which are evidence-based practices to help alleviate anxiety, release stress, and retrain your nervous system. The first one is resilience routine. Choose 3 cards from this deck that have helped you the most, okay? So we can't necessarily do that unless you've already watched some of the other horoscope videos where I am doing a different card for all of those videos. So I highly recommend going and watching your moon and your rising and your sun videos, especially you Libras. If you are watching this video because Libra is one of your top 3 placements, be sure to go connect with the other 2, because that's where you're going to get some more of these resources. It kind of feels like y'all have been disconnected from your body, and that's the head to hands part. That's the head to hands where you're like skipping connecting in your heart. So I'm gonna put that one away because that one was just a placeholder to remind us, like, y'all need to go and check those out. And we have two other cards here, okay? So I'm gonna show you them both at the same time so that you can take a screenshot and look at these later. And then I'm gonna read them to you so that if you would like, you can practice one or both of these right now, okay? So first one we have is Dance Yourself Free. Probably not going to be something that you do right now, but hopefully after this you put on some music. Put on your favorite song and slowly begin to bring movement and rhythm into the parts of your body that have felt stressed recently. Let your focus land on the feeling rather than the appearance of your movement. So maybe even close your eyes because it might help you to get into those qualities of freedom and joy rather than getting stuck in this place right here, that little chamber, that little echo chamber right up there. The second one that we have is self hold sequence. Number one, place one palm flat on the base of your skull and the other on your forehead. Okay, so that's what that's going to look like right there. Breathe into the space between your hands until you feel a shift. And a shift can feel like any of the following: a feeling of flow, a change in breath pattern, a change in mood, a change in temperature, a change in sensation, etc. Something that changes. 2, hand moves from back of your head to your heart. Breathe into the space between your hands, so your hands and your head, until you feel a shift. Hand from your forehead moves to your belly. Breathe until you feel a shift. Hand from your heart moves to your lower back. Breathe until you feel the shift, all right? So just use that sort of hold sequence to bring your thoughts down and your connection down from your head into the rest of your body. I love that for y'all. And those are two that we really needed because, yeah, I was really getting the message that y'all need to get into your bodies. So I love that y'all got to, and I'm glad that I let it come through because that's exactly what we needed. Lastly, but not leastly, from our Super Attractor deck, we have our affirmation cards. So the first says, believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't yet see the result. Next, we have, I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. So same with the observer, same with the compassion cards. We want you to recommit to love and joy in connection with other people. And sometimes that might be trusting changes are happening that you can't immediately see and trusting your guidance, trusting your intuition. But it also means getting back into your body and reconnecting with your heart so that when you are coming from that place of relational love, it is not from the expectations that you have, but from an awareness of how you connect. Right? I really love this for y'all, Libra placements. I think this is a really good place to be. I love you so much. You're deserving of all the love you desire. And if you would like to know more about any of these elements, any of these messages that came through, you would like to get a more individualized experience, the link to book with me with a private reading is in the caption below. If you want to make sure that you never miss these horoscopes, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. And I hope that you share this video or any of the other horoscope videos with your friends so that they can also get this beautiful, gentle and very honest guidance. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day. Mwah.